Some people choose to live in a regular little house and drive a big fancy car and work hard and go to holidays, and that's fine. That's fine. That's not the lifestyle that I chose. I'm more an alternate living guy. Like, I don't want to appear rich, so I bought a big old house, and I don't drive a car. I got an e-bike, and I got a push bike, and that's what I do. That's like the trade-off, and I think it's a great trade-off. I love it, but unfortunately, I come into contact with men who chose the other path. So they're obsessed with being hard, appearing strong, being right. Yeah, women as well, but like in my experience, my lived experience, it's always men. Usually bald men. Usually white bald men in vans. And they are angry. Oh my God, they're angry. I think, because I'm on a big fat tyre e-bike, I think they assume that I'm an immigrant. I'm like everything they hate, and I appear to be an immigrant because I've got my face covered. You know, just like the e-bike guys that you see in the cities. And I'm riding a thing that's free to ride, and I'm riding it more efficiently in an urban environment than they can drive. And that gives them the hump, man, because they've spent like they've spent like 60 grand on a car. And I paid like $1,000 a month in insurance. And the fuel prices are going through the roof. And everything's getting squeezed, man. And despite this, they're not even getting the respect that they think they deserve. And then they see me in the bike, and they just hate. They just can't take it. It gets their back up. They chose not to be hedonistic, maybe. They had a blowout that wasn't for them, got a job, blah blah blah, and then they're getting squeezed by a stupid socialist government. All their bills are going through the roof, their car payments, paying rent or whatever. Man, and they're fucking angry. Like, and there's the other type of van man that fills me with fear, and that's the Brune van man. But they're alright. They don't start fights. They're no like, there's no steam coming out their lugs, and they're not screaming and shouting and being aggressive. And I think it's the combination of like, yeah, it's just the stresses, the no reward for choosing the right path. And then you get some idiot like me riding my e-bike and mugging them off at a set of traffic lights, and they can't take it. It pushes them over the edge. So we had a run on. But this is my son when he was a baby. This is my boy. My child only has me because his mum's not here anymore. Through no fault of his own. Since he was 8 months old, it's just been me. And for all my flaws, for all the fuck-ups that I've made along the way, for all the times I crumbled under stress, like, I'm sorry. And I've not been perfect, and I'm never going to be perfect. I'm always going to make stupid shit decisions because that's just me. But these guys threaten me on my bike with my son. It happened yesterday. There was a man in a council van, in a shit wee village. This white, bald, angry man. And we're sitting at the traffic lights. I wasn't even cutting or anything. I was being perfectly well behaved. And he's come to us. He saw us, and then he's got his finger out, and he's like, fucking steam coming out his ears, slobbering on himself. Man, like spitting mad, man. It's fucking pathetic. And of course, I was filled with fear and alarm because I've got my son on this. I've got my wee boy on the bike, and this guy in a 4-ton massive van working for the council has saw me, and he saw fit that in a school zone while I'm trapped in traffic on my bike to slow right down and scream and shout and point and intimidate me. Now I get the feeling this is an escalation for an earlier altercation that I had when I was merging with traffic, and I didn't even look at him. I was doing my manoeuvre. It was fine. It was safe. And he saw the window going down and so I ignored him. I did my manoeuvre. I moved out, and just impulsively and foolishly, I gave him the international sign to quiet him down and mind his own business with the raised two fingers. And I reported the incident, and I reported that maybe I did a stupid thing. Like, I could just have done my manoeuvre. And now I'm blaming myself. Now I'm blaming myself for being attacked. This is a retaliation for standing up for myself. And I can understand why he's angry. But that doesn't excuse the behaviour. Even if it was just me on the bike, it wouldn't excuse it. But when he does it, he's done it, that's twice now. So first time, he's tried to distract me while I'm manoeuvring on the road with the kid on my bike. That was number one. This is number two. Same place, school zone, and he's back. I wonder how much he's thought about me. I wonder how much that wee thing got under his skin, man. He's probably been sitting at home drinking his Buckfast, seething. Fuck it, I'll get him. And imagine like the disconnect of the brain that's involved in behaving like that. That they just see red. He's just seen red, and I can understand for both points of view. But the behaviour, the level of reaction at him for something so pathetic, for him to then come back months later and escalate it, want revenge in a school zone while I've got my kid on the bike. Yeah, fear and alarm. Fear and alarm. You know how he doesn't know. He's never been on a bike, has he? He's never had to try and navigate through traffic on a bike. He's never had to. He's never seen a bike. Our shit wee village, man. Nobody cycles because the roads are insane. So generally, folks see a bike and they don't know what to do. These chest-beating machos, man. They would never admit any sort of vulnerability, any sort of weakness. But I'm not afraid to. Never admitting any weakness or vulnerability is foolish. That's the weakness. That shows weakness. It shows disconnection for reality. It shows wanting to believe something and then being determined to make that thing true, which is the way they, like, road Nazis. Like there's no rules for that. That's a blah 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 blah. It's yeah. So this is the child that he threatened, and I'm the person that put that child on the bike on the road. So who's responsible? Like, and I don't know, I feel like it's kind of me. I feel like it's the council for not putting any decent provisions for school travel on this side of the school. Absolutely pathetic. They just dumped the school there and just didn't bother improving the infrastructure. And now you get people walking on the road, and you get the local lorry training company who are worth more, they've got more money than God. They could build a replica of our town up in their yard and have the guys drive round that. But no, it's school time. Guess what they do? It's school time on the narrowest stretches of road. They drive the lorry through with learner drivers, like 2 foot off of children's elbows, who have no choice but to walk that horrible stretch of road to the school. That's just ignorance. I phoned them and I said, why are they driving through our town inches off children's elbows? Is it deliberate? Are they just doing it because they can? And that was the impression I got. It's like, well, it's no illegal. That's what she said. That's what the receptionist said. She got her back up. She's like, ooh. And I didn't even start aggressive. I just asked a question, like, why are they driving through our town, doing circuits around our tiny little town with its crappy infrastructure as it is? Absolutely tearing me apart. But there you go. a man that works for the council felt so insulted. Like, what did I do to him? What did I do to him by merging into an open lane in front of him while he's waiting at lights? Like, what? How did that hurt him? He's on the job. He's on the job anyway. He's getting paid. Yeah. So since I've not got a female or anybody really to talk to about this kind of thing, I had the kid at the doctor anyway, and I said I sent the Wayne outside and I said, look, I need a second opinion. She said, I report it. Don't even think twice. It's not your fault. But this is victim's guilt. I'm trying to not be a victim. I'm trying to stand up for myself. But that's what you come up against. So I just don't know. I think I did the right thing. I don't want him to lose his job or his anything. I just want to never meet him again on that stretch of road. I need to know that I'm safe. And you know what the council say? They'll say, just get a car. Just drive a car then. Because they can't put in a decent travel infrastructure that leads into our town for pedestrians or cycles. You know, there's a fancy wee estate on the other side of the school. A really fancy wee estate. Prince Charles had something to do with it, and some dodgy building firm down in England. Yeah, guess what the infrastructure's like on that side? It's perfect. Huge road, huge speed bumps all the way out, controlled speed all the way out, 20-mile-an-hour signs. They've got a big double pavement for cycles and pedestrians. That's what that side of the school gets. And what does our side get? It gets training lorries at school times, doing laps at the school. You get a pavement that's that narrow. People have to walk on the road to get past each other. Like, I know I'm complaining about the next thing, but there's always a next thing. Yeah, they've spent like 15 trillion billion pound on the school. Yeah, it's dragging us up the Stone Age. Yes, it's an improvement. Yeah, it's an improvement. I wrote in my essay that I wrote while I was, after I'd nearly been killed by a lorry and I'm complaining about the traffic and the infrastructure in the town. Yeah, I pointed out that this is discriminatory. There's no fair access to that bit to the school that you're legally obliged to take your child to. And so what message does that send? The council would say, oh, you've got a car. Why can't I afford a car? Because I don't live that lifestyle. I'm a single parent. I can't work. The option is 44 hours a week and weekends. And around here, you don't get a choice about weekends. I'm sure they can't legally force you to. But if you don't work weekends, man, you just lose your job. You don't have to, but it's non-negotiable. It's one of the ones. I can't, and they guys are mad, and they're driving vans, and they're white and they're bald. I can't blame them for being mad. Like, yeah, I shouldn't have given the fingers, but in the first instance, if this is the guy, because there was another guy, there's been 3, and all of them fit the exact same description. So that's my reference pool of 3. And I see the pattern, and I'm trying to understand the pattern. I've road raged. I know what it's like. But I think if I just ignored him and did my manoeuvre and no gave him the fingers to tell him to shut up, I think he would still have done this. I think he would still have attacked us. So, all in all, and I reported the first incident. So this will be second. And that's a pattern of behaviour. That's a pattern of behaviour. And not only was he ignorant, he's angry enough to do it in a school zone. No, and it's not just a company van, it's a council van. And yeah, Yeah, so great. So this is great, man. I've been all in a flap yesterday. I was all stressed, all elevated yesterday. Crab it with a Wayne, angry. Then I had to report the thing, and now I'm waiting. Now I'm waiting on the follow up stuff coming through, and I'm dreading what the guy's gonna do next. Am I gonna be safe? Can they keep him off that road while I'm on it? Can he be trusted not to do it again? I don't know. I carry a wee screwdriver on me for the chain, for when the chain comes off on the bike. I just thought I'd say that. You come at me and come at my child. There's nothing that is too low for me to protect myself and my child for you. I will grass on you till the cows come home. Fucking Grasszilla, I don't give a fuck. And if you come at me again, I'll defend myself. And if the police can't protect me, I'll do something about it. Yeah, it's just been great. Fantastic. Brilliant.